Hey, Coach Scott, how are you? So you had asked for 10 exercises. What we did was we're going to give you 3 different videos, 3 programs, 10 that I picked, 10 that Taylor Cruz picked, and then 10 that Dr. Rudenko picked. All right? So, number 1 leg stand, 3 kicks, then we'll add the arms, and then you add movement. So, you stand, we call, leg at 90-90. It's important that that leg stays at 90, that it doesn't dip down, then you activate the lower abs. So, front, side, back, it comes up to here every time. And when I kick, you don't see the leg bend or the pelvis break back. When you go to the side, it's got to be nice and straight. You don't want to see a break there. You also don't want to see a turn when you kick to the side. Back is the toughest. Arabesque and ballet, when it goes back, you're still trying to tuck that under. Okay? So that's the first one. They would do 10 slow, 10 medium, 10 fast on each side. So 1, 2, 3, and so on, coming back to there. Then on another day, next day or 2 days later when you do this, you add the arms. So here, you go up when you kick forward, side when you kick to the side, front when you're kicking to the back, comes up to there. And then you add walking into it. So you would take 3 steps, you walk in, you go 1, 2, 3, 3 steps, 1, 2, 3. So that would be 3 movements, so you would do 5 sets of those, each side slow, medium, fast, forward and backwards. Okay. Then we have squatting out of a chair. At first it's out of a chair, then you have them just do normal squats. The whole time you're trying to keep the pelvis under the shoulders and, pelvis under the shoulders, exactly. So, you have them sit on the chair. They sit to the end of the chair with their feet pulled back. You really ask that they're tight from here to here. You stand up and down so it's in one line. You don't want to see this to come up. And also, you're watching the pelvis. If it's nice and straight and you're tight here, it's okay. But you don't want to see it go back when they go up. So you want to see right there to right there. Okay? That's going to take a lot of muscle right here. Then, once they've got that down, I'm not going to have the perfect squat here by any stretch, but you're asking for them to go down where, as long as possible, keeping the shoulders over the hips. Whoa, now my back's around it. Let me get the idea. And if you can, ask them to make sure the feet stay forward. Okay? So that was number 2. Number 3, this one's on the ground. Now you're going to roll to, they can do it 2 ways on this. So, they're on their side, straight body. At first just have them roll from the back to the side, so they roll in one piece. Then, catch the knees, roll back to a sit-up. Go out to the side, catch the knees, roll out to a sit-up. Now, they can go later on, catch the knees, roll out so their feet are off the ground. That's a little tougher. Back is flat. Then they can come in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Okay? So start with the easier one, rolling to the sit-up at first, and then they can build to that. This is going to take a little bit of a rhythm and a little bit of time. It's really a mobility series from ankle to neck. And we'll start right side and go left side. So let's say I get into an anterior, so a front 45 lunge. I'm doing an ankle tilt right below the outside lateral malleolus. Let's say 3. Then I'll turn to a lunge this way. I'll do 3 on the inside, just under the malleolus. Back to here. 3 knee circles, control the pelvis, full rounds. 1, 2, 3, foot's flat, knee rolls. Then I go back over here, hips, so I'm thinking right in the hip joint, 3 circles one direction, 3 the other. Then I can come back up to that lunge. I'm doing pelvis. So 3 in one direction, 3 in the other. Then lumbopelvis. You'll see you get more than that. 3, 1, 2, 3. Now I'm doing lumbar. So that one you saw when my body was forward, my hips were opposite. Here, hips stay right over my feet. I'm thinking lumbar. I would go just, since it's, we're calling it right side, just go counterclockwise to the middle. I do 3. Then, I'm still in this spot. Now you have thorax. It's tough, you'll see, to isolate just thorax. So at first you get them to do glides, it's like it's on a plate, and then they can do circles, and again just counterclockwise. Then you go to the neck, the spinal fusion, it's like it's on a plate. You can do slides first and then circles. Then of course we go to the, oh sorry, I forgot, before the neck, camshafts on the shoulder, excuse me. So it would be thorax, camshaft, then the neck circles, neck glide, and neck circles. Then of course you go the other way. So outside, inside, pelvis, hip,
knee,
knee, thanks, hip, knee, knee, 3, hip, 3, pelvis, and then pelvis lumbar. I can go back here. Either way, I get a combination of both. It's really good in the groin. And now I'm here, lumbar. You get the idea, we'll do 3 that way. Thorax, circles, working right there. Neck, so now I'm going, I'm going in the other direction.
No, camshaft before that.
So thorax, I'm going clockwise, camshafts. This one you can do 3 in each direction, and then neck. But of course, before the circles here and here, I think the glides are in order, so that everything else is stationary, and they're trying to do that and that. I messed that one up, my apologies, but you get the idea. Okay. Now they're doing, we added a double on this one. They're standing, they're focusing on the target with their eyes, and their head moves up and down. Okay? Then the second one is their head moves side to side, still focusing on the target, and then tilts. But for each one of those, you add the sniffs. So a sniff is just, okay? So at the beginning when you do this, 10 sniffs is a challenge. A good friend of ours got 1,500 sniffs before he built. He was an opera singer. So in this case, we're going to try to get 30 sniffs in. So you go. Okay? And then you would do the 30 sniffs this way, 30 sniffs that way. Okay? That's the beginning of this exercise. Then you graduate to 1 foot. So 1 foot, no sniffing this time, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Focusing head up and down. Then the eyes move with the head for 10, and then the eyes are closed. So you do that left foot, right foot. Then you come back to the left foot, same thing. The head turns this way, focusing for 10, eyes follow for 10, eyes closed for 10. Other leg. Back to this leg, one leg, head tilts for 10, the eyes on the target, then eyes moving, and then eyes closed. Okay, good challenge. So that's a longer, both those last two were longer, but they're really good. Then we have infinity runs, 4. So you have a target. So in this case, the camera's the target. I am to run an infinity on here, and you'll see there's 4 ways to do it. Forward and backwards without turning the hip, forward and backwards turning the hip. So if I'm going forward around this, I would come on my side of the ball. So I'm running around, and you want to make sure that the eyes stay on the target the whole time. So that's one revolution. That could be, again, slow, medium, fast, whatever number you want. Okay. Then I could run forward by going on the other side of the ball away from me. So here, when I do that, I have to turn my hips. And there's a revolution. Peripherally, I'm seeing these things, but if you see that, we usually charge them a push-up or something. They try to focus there. So then we take those same two and we do it backwards. So then backwards, I'm going to go on the side away from me. So I'm here. I've got that focus. And revolutions, 2 or 1, 2 or 3, slow, medium, fast. If I go over the top or on my side, bang, I have to swivel legs. Okay? So that's the infinity run. I call it 4 ways. Taylor would call it 2. Hip swing or hip not swing. It's whatever you think, but I think 4 ways. Okay, now, next. Jumps with turns. So, here you'll start off jumping in place. Later on, you can have them moving forward, backwards. Okay? So, first, just a vertical jump. Vertical jump with turns. So they jump and they're turning from the hips 90 degree, 90 degree. If you'd like them to land in the squat, that's okay too, all right? So you pick the number that you want. We usually say we may do 10 slow, medium, fast. Obviously you can't jump slow, medium, fast. So we have it the time in between. So let's say I'm doing the 180s next. I would jump, so 180, 1, 2, 180, 1, 2, I would jump. That's 10 like that. I could do 1 second. 1, 1. And then the fast would just be land stand or landing in the squat. So 90s, 180s, 360s. And again, you don't have to, you build up to the 30s, whatever number you like. So here, turning from here, 1, 2. Definitely not a freestyler. All right, now we're going into one leg running swing, in place and then moving. So it's like they're running like this. It's toe, 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 toe. Forward, backwards can count as 1 or 2. So you pick the number. It's you power up on the toe when it's in front and behind. And what you're seeing is that they're controlling here, and that the foot behind, we see a lot of this, the foot gets turned out, and or you'll see it'll swing across the body, or as you notice all the time when you're watching their running, the arms aren't straight. So, opposite hand, opposite leg, toe, 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 toe. Then, as we wrote down, so that was in place, and then moving, you can go into it like that. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Step, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. When you go backwards, first step would be backwards. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Step, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay? So that would be after a few times, a few days of doing it in place. 2 left. Mini lunge. So mini lunge is, we've done this together before. So I'm in a lunge position. My knee is in line with the front heel and about 1 inch off the ground, and that's forward. So you just are coming up there. So what you're looking for is, I was bent there. You're looking, keep the shoulders over the hips, but you're looking at when you go down, that doesn't happen. The glutes are tight, that's straight. Any problems, you could just move the knee back a little. Makes it a little easier, but you're really working on getting that alignment right there. Okay, last exercise, we have a push-up. We're going to do fast, medium, slow on this one. So on the fast, you breathe in on the down, out on the up. As the Systema guy says, your breath leads your body. So I would go in, out on the fast. We'll reverse it on the medium. Okay, so whatever you do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 10 slowly. On the medium, it's in on the up, on the down. No, sorry, it's out on the down. Okay? And then, on the slow, we do a burst breath. So, in the nose, out the mouth fast. All right? So, sometimes if we're doing just one push-up, we'll do 30 of the burst breath. But just 3, 4, 5 on the down, 3, 4, 5 on the up. So we'll go like that. All right. So that's, we call that Tom's 10. Now we'll get a new video for you for Taylor's 10.